Hi, I'm Melissa, I write books. Welcome to the video. I don't usually do videos like this, and I don't plan to continue doing videos like this, but I came across something today and I was like, oh, I wish I had some writer to talk to about this. And then I remembered that I have all of you. So welcome. As just like a little bit of info about me, I am not at this point seeking self-publishing, but I don't intend for this to be like a commentary on self-publishing. I have a lot of respect for the self-publishing community. And actually, I think that this impacts that community more than it even will impact me in my pursuit of traditional publishing. What I have found is called Spines. It is very new. Like their website, let me see when it was developed. 2024, so it's this year. And I just wanna talk about it because I haven't seen people really talking about it and the implications of it. And I'm gonna go through their website just to bring up some of those concerns. And I'm sure that you've noticed in your life, people talking about AI, whether it's like in your company or like there's a lot of discourse about AI and artists, about the immorality of things like Midjourney, how they use artists' work, essentially stealing it without their permission. And also things like Adobe and Google saying that you're gonna train AI with your content, which has created a lot of backlash specifically from artists. Let's just kind of go into what Spines is. So it's a self-publishing platform. And on their website, they say that their goal is to simplify the journey of publishing. Their mission is to ensure that your passionate work finds its way to readers with unmatched speed and ease, is the words they use. Harnessing the power of cutting-edge AI, Spines revolutionizes every facet of the publishing industry, from editing, proofreading, formatting, cover design, distribution, and marketing. Simply upload your manuscript, and within days, witness the magic of its metamorphosis into a published masterpiece. So one thing I just want to note, so Spines claims that it will take you from you literally upload a PDF of your novel and like that's all you have to do and it will be published from start to finish. That's all you have to provide. So on this team of people on their website, there is account managers, there's finance people, there's a CFO, there's a CEO, there's a head of operations, there's a marketing specialist, there's a sales director, there's a founder. But what there is not is an editor, a proofreader, an audiobook narrator, none of that, which is concerning to me because Spines says that it's going to edit your book for you and proofread it and format and do all those things through AI. I was initially like, well, maybe they work with contractors, like maybe. So let's go to the how does it work page. Here's some things I just want to highlight for the how it works page. So the speed, one of the biggest highlights of Spines that it presents is its speed. Like it is a big part of why people don't like traditional publishing or struggle because it takes years to break into the industry, to get published, for edits to come back. Like it's just time consuming, which I think is for a good reason. It is too slow, I will admit that, but let's see how we're gonna solve that. So the streamlined process of Spines ensures that you can take your manuscript to a published book in less than 30 days. Okay. The next thing it brings up is affordability. So our comprehensive plans are designed to be budget friendly. We'll talk about that. And lower than industry standards thanks to AI-driven cost effectiveness. All of your formats will be AI generated. Print on demand, ebook, audiobook. There's also global distribution, it's user-friendly, it's open to all authors. And how it's presenting itself is this equalizer in publishing. That it's like, it's fast, it's easy, it's cheap. If you're hearing things like fast, easy, and cheap, those are not things that publishing a book are about. So let's, this is where I started to get really, angry actually, and I'll talk about why. I'm not angry at people who use this, I'm angry that this exists. Navigating the book publishing process can feel like a labyrinth, but not with Spines. So here's the step-by-step guide that they give you. This is how you publish a book, everybody, ready? Manuscript upload. Upload your manuscript, and then you fill in like all this information. Intuitive cover design. With AI's assistance, we help curate a compelling author bio and captivating blurb. If you have a pre-existing book cover design, great. If not, dive into our AI-powered cover generator equipped with a vast suite of easy-to-use tools. Zero technical know-how is required. So they're using AI art, and AI is writing your author bio and your blurb. So all three of those things are highly skilled, well, two of them are highly skilled tasks. Artists deserve to be paid for the art that they create. And AI generated art is not just coming out of nowhere, it's taken from artists' work that is essentially stolen and used to train AI without any credit to the original artist. Having Midjourney generate something for fun and you're not paying for it and random, that's one thing. I would still argue that there's some problems there, but that's one thing. Having it create your book cover with no payment to any artist as far as I can see, yikes. Also, designing a book cover and designing the book, formatting the book, that is a skill that people should be paid for. Anyway, let's move on to proofreading. Our AI is a vigilant editor, meticulously scanning your manuscript for any grammar hiccups. The process is both comprehensive and quick. For those seeking a human touch, we offer the option of a professional proofreader to give your book the once-over. If you maybe have thoughts about AI art and you don't feel as strongly about that, I think you should care about that first. But also, a proofreader and an editor, those are such valuable and integral people in the publishing industry. If you're self-publishing, the recommendation I've heard is to get a professional editor, a developmental editor. And to replace that with, it's gonna be similar to like a spell checker. And as someone who just spell checked my entire manuscript on Google, I can tell you they got half of the words wrong. They were not the words I wanted to say. I appreciate that there's the option of having a professional proofreader, but the fact that like they're just saying that the career of a proofreader and an editor is like, doesn't have any value and just should be replaced, I have a lot of issues with this. So then formatting. It formats your book for you. You can tailor some things, but it does it for you. Next is they're just like, hey, which kind of artists have we not replaced yet? Oh, audiobook narrators, right. If your chosen plan includes an audiobook, we'll get to the plans in a second. We've got you covered. Our state-of-the-art AI will craft an audiobook in your selected voice. Whether you opt for our proofreading service or wish to review the audiobook yourself, the process remains seamless, ensuring your narrative is heard the way you intended. I don't know exactly. No, I do know, because if they're saying, I was gonna say I'm not sure, maybe they're working with voice actors, but it says using state-of-the-art AI, first of all. Second of all, if it's gonna be delivered to you within a month, there's no way that they are paying an audiobook creator, like a real person who's an audiobook narrator, to do that for you. So then you order your copies and it distributes it for you. Great. I also just really don't like the language here in a lot of its marketing. So every manuscript is a manifestation of hard work, passion, and a dream waiting to be shared with the world. Why let it gather dust on a shelf when it can shine brightly with spines? So what it's doing is it's preying on, I feel, it's preying on authors who want to self-publish, which self-publishing is great, but saying, you know, you don't have to do the work, it's okay. Just come over here, we'll do all the work for you. And the thing is, the work that you have to do to self-publish is valuable and it's important. And so to say like, let's just automate all of that through AI, it's extremely disrespectful to the people who are out there doing the work. And I just want us to like broaden our scope a little bit, because if this thing, Spines, is reading your manuscript, sure, it's copyright protected. It's going through an AI multiple times. So it's training this Spines AI to write like you, right? So what's stopping Spines? They've already exploited audiobook narrators, proofreaders, copy editors, cover artists. What is stopping them from exploiting you? What is stopping them from taking your writing voice and then writing books for you, where you don't even have to do it anymore? I have had people that I've had conversations with who think that that's inevitable, that AI is inevitable, that everything in our lives will be replaced by AI. And I just refuse to believe that we're gonna come to that. But this scares me. Not only is this, I think, extremely predatory to authors who are just desperate to be published, because it is hard. It does take a long time. It is expensive, especially if you're self-publishing. It doesn't need to be if you're traditionally published, but it does cost a lot of money if you're self-publishing. It really actually fills me with, like, my chest is tight. I'm not being my most articulate because, Okay, so let's look at pricing. So there's two different options of pricing. There's monthly and there's one time. If you want just print on demand, so like you can buy a paperback or hardcover, whatever. It's $99 a month for a year. Then we move to, if you want print on demand and an ebook, then it's $199 a month for 12 months. And if you want Paramount, which is print on demand, an ebook, and an audiobook, it's $336 a month for 12 months. If you want to pay that one time, it's $1,500, $3,000, and $5,000. So $5,000 you're paying instead of paying a cover designer, an audiobook narrator, and a professional editor. Let's go to frequently asked questions. Will my book be created by AI? Ready? Partially. We design Spine's plans in a way that our AI-based algorithms can handle. Proofreading, formatting, cover design, ebook versions, print on demand, and audiobook version, and distribution, all happening through AI. However, to bridge the gap between what AI can do and what it cannot, we will assign you a professional production manager who will carefully oversee and guide you. So, great. At any given time, you may request human-based publishing services and our team will provide you with a quote. Do you see the rage in my eyes? Let's talk about royalties though, because this is where Spines is getting people. So the way that I've heard Spines, like in their advertising, they're really highlighting how authors will get 70% of their royalties, which is much higher than in traditional publishing, but pretty much like not as good as if you're just self-publishing on your own though. I don't know the ins and outs of that. I would actually really love to hear somebody's take on this who has like maybe a self-publishing career, has self-published a book, is planning on it. Because again, I am seeking traditional publishing. I just found this and I haven't heard anybody really speaking on it and I just needed to talk to somebody about it. So this is you guys. And also, so they're highlighting how you get more of the money. Love people getting paid, but also that it's faster than traditional publishing. And I can really see them preying on people who maybe have been querying for a long time and not finding success in traditional publishing and just seeing, oh, here's this option, you can do it for cheap. It's not really that cheap, honestly. I just find this to be really predatory because this is a for-profit business. I would say that I don't think they are really caring about the book. I think people who have a genuine care for books and for authors also have a care for like the dignity of the craft as a whole. And the reason why royalties are not as great in traditional publishing is because it takes a village. I know we can often feel like, well, I wrote the book, right? I wrote the book, I should be able to do whatever. But here's the thing, like you didn't voice the book, you didn't do those final copy edits on the book. It's a team process. I think that those services are worth paying for and that, I don't know, I have a lot of issues. I have a lot of issues with this because AI art and AI audiobooks is often stolen from people's like actual work and they're not compensated for that. And it's like replacing their job. Say what you want about capitalism, I have an issue with that. Here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that if you have used this or if you know someone who has used this that you're a bad person. I think that this is designed to make it seem like you deserve this. The world deserves this. This is an equalizer. You get paid more for your art. Like it's using all of these keywords that are true and using them to try to sell a product, which is AI. It makes me incredibly, incredibly sad to see this, truly. And I know that AI is starting to be used in traditional publishing as well in terms of like cover art. And I think that we need to, at some point, decide where is your line. Are you willing to use stolen work? Because it is stolen. Like, I'm sorry to tell you that, but it is from real artists who actually make the art. And if they can steal it from them, they will steal it from you. That got really dark and I'm sorry, but I really just needed to talk to somebody about this. And again, I don't know all the behind the scenes. Maybe they are working directly. No, they're not, because I'm looking at their website and it's full of AI art, full of it. I'm not saying every single thing they do is wrong, and I'm not saying that people who are trying to use a service to get self-published are wrong or bad. I'm not saying that we can't use AI at all, ever in the world, ever. If I was creating the world, I would not be implementing AI unless it like solves a real problem. Where I don't support AI is when it is replacing artists and creatives. Another thing that is really bothering me about this website is that they say like, we love creativity, we value creativity. And we know that storytelling makes us human, but it appears to me that the only humanity that you're valuing is the authors at this point. And I also want to address that I am aware that traditional publishing, and honestly all publishing, is slow and it can be very disheartening. And also the whole budget issue. So if you want to argue that it's more expensive or that it's inaccessible because you aren't able to pay for like an individual audiobook narrator and an individual cover artist and an individual all these things, then you can't afford to self-publish. I'm sorry. Do I think that you can do it on a lower budget? Absolutely. I am not the creator to look for more information on that, but there are ways to do this. But just because it's out of your budget doesn't mean that it should come for free. And I would encourage you to pay people what they're worth and to work up to a point where you can maybe do audiobooks and can pay for a more expensive cover designer. But I would encourage you to value those skills for what they're worth and to pay a person to do them. If you are an artist who's been affected by AI, if you are an editor, if you are self-publishing, and if you have been affected by what this threat poses, in my opinion, it feels like a threat. If you think that this is totally fine and cool, I want this to be an open space. I'm not here to cast like judgment on anybody or shame anybody or cause hate to go to anybody. I just think it's something that we should really be thinking critically about. Is this something that we want to bring into the book publishing space? Because it's very new. And here I am thinking that me and my little channel can like cause this to stop. But I think it's good to keep your eye out for things like this. If we start to promote it and normalize AI essentially doing all of the work instead of like real creative humans, I think that that's a really dangerous space to be. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Again, this is not the kind of content I typically create. So if you are interested in more videos like this, I would actually recommend Michelle Schusterman does more commentary style videos on publishing in general. If you want more information about self-publishing, there's so many beautiful resources online. Bethany, Sarah Cannon, Katie Wismer, so many. Comment down below, anybody who's helped you. I mostly do vlogs, so if you like vlogs, thank you for, sticking with me here, and let me know what you guys think. I'm a little scared if I'm honest. Bye.